Hello friends, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. I got my baby girl. Hello, Jelly Stars, welcome to the stream. Slivers, hello all. Welcome Slivers, how are you? Belle, hello. Ooh yay, I was hoping to see a solo game of Wild Gardens. Still on the fence about backing since I recently bought a bunch of games. Oh, yeah. It's always the struggle, but thank you so much for joining, Belle. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing this stream, Jenna. I'm so excited to see how this plays solo. My pledge solely rides on this solo greatness. I am so excited to play this right now, guys. Which, by the way, hello, welcome to the stream. Huge thank you to Rose Gauntlet Entertainment for sponsoring today's stream. I will be showing you guys the solo, one of the scenarios in the solo campaign of Wild Gardens, which is right here. Hopefully you all enjoy. I'm so excited. I've been looking at the solo scenario a little bit, but I'm trying to not look too much into it because I want to be surprised by all of the things that it brings. So super excited to dive into it as well. Katie, hello. Sky Guy, hello. All Smiles, hello. I believe your name is Vicky? Victoria? It starts with a V. I know that. I remember from the Discord. Bored to Play, hello, welcome. I Want a Rocky, hello. Love the username. Meeples over Peoples, I also love your username. Oh, love that. Hi Jenna, so excited for this. I am frickin' pumped. I've been holding out on this, but let's be real, I'm really swayed, yeah. Love the roast jumper, especially for the game. Yeah, isn't it cute? I figured it would be nice for this. And then I also have, I will say that I do have the solo scenario on my phone, and it is a little bit small, so I've decided to bring my reading glasses so I look like a little grandma playing her Wild Gardens game. But yes, I desperately need these to be able to read the text on this. So yes, but I won't have these on the whole time, just for reading all of the text for the different things. Yep, Vicky, perfect. I was right. Amazing. For a few seconds, I thought that was a robe until I saw buttons and realized it was a cozy sweater. Just me wearing a robe on stream. That's so funny. But anyways, friends, we are going to hop right into this. I'm going to explain a little bit of how the game plays, and then I'm also going to hop into how the solo campaign works, which it is quite different than how the multiplayer plays, which I have already played it multiplayer a few times and really enjoy the game, the gameplay of Wild Gardens. But yeah, the solo kind of thing that's going on is really fun. Rose Gauntlet Entertainment is really good at making solo experiences, more than just a solo variant. A lot of their solo things, which I've played, where is it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. I've played Keystone North America a few times. They also have a really cool solo campaign with that one where you get this whole book, and it is very immersive and brings you into the world of that game, which I really like, and it's a bit different than the solo variants that I've played before. So very excited for the solo experience of a Wild Garden. So we're gonna hop right into it. Hi Jenna, hi everyone. Hello Joe, welcome to the stream. Hello Emma, hi Jenna, you should wear your glasses if you need them. Yay for the cute sweater and stoked for you to get into this solo. I'm so excited. But yes, I do really need the glasses for just the reading. For the rest of it, it's fine, but they do look very cute. I will say that. I just don't know if I want them on because I don't know if they're gonna be causing any glare. Hopefully, let me know if they don't cause any glare, because that might be annoying for you guys to watch. I don't think anyone cares if you wear glasses, especially if you need them. Well, there we go. I'm just gonna wear them the whole time then. Just hopefully they don't annoy you guys with any glare. They're kind of Harry Potter-esque with the roundness, no glare, perfect. I do often say, or people tell me that when I have glasses on, I give very Harry Potter vibes, so we love that for me. Anyways, let's get straight into this. This is what Wild Gardens looks like. This game, the aesthetics of this game make me so incredibly happy. I am a huge fan of all of those video games like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, where you're going out and you're collecting things and cooking food. I recently started playing Spiritfarer as well, where you're going out and collecting food and cooking for your little people, and it's just, I love the theme of this and how it looks, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys the gameplay, because the gameplay is just as good. So, basically in Wild Gardens, you have your player board here, and you're going to be doing a little bit of worker placement on your own board. So you have these here, which let me zoom in here. You have your action cubes or action cylinders or action tokens. You have a 1 to 4 and then a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And basically on your turn, you're going to be taking one of these action markers and placing it onto one of the 3 main actions, which one is foraging, this one is cooking and serving, and this one is study and reserve, which reserve and serving is a little bit different in the solo variant, which I will get into. But basically you'll put it here, and the number on the action token is going to determine how many spaces you move on this map here. So for example, if I picked this one and placed it on forage, I could go from where I am here, which I am right here, and I'm going to move 1 space. So I might want to move to here, which I will mention that there are arrows. I couldn't have moved this way because you have to move around this way. You can move down the center, and then here you can actually branch off these 2 ways, and that's how you get around. So you have to always obey the arrows. And then this is where I would land, and I would be able to forage one of these 3 ingredients around me. So every space is going to have 3 adjacent spaces. So I would be able to forage either a mushroom, a berry, or I believe these are roots, I believe. Haha, nerd. Oh yeah, didn't we get into a conversation about this in a stream? Or like glasses and people being nerds? Oh my goodness. There's basically no glare, only an occasional slight screen glare. Okay, sounds good. People say I give very librarian vibes when I wear glasses. Yeah, same. I just bought 2 new pairs and now I can buy games for a bit. Nice, nice board to play. All right, no, I can't buy games for a bit. Oh no, oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, you can't buy games. Oh, that's a bummer. But you should probably play some of your games. I don't know how many games are on your shelf of opportunity, but you should probably play those. It's my first time here. I just found out you stream from YouTube videos. Aw, hello. Danger in Design. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. And also thank you so much for hanging out and watching my YouTube videos. I appreciate it. Aw. I'm pretty new too, and the community here is so kind and welcoming. Belle, you're so nice. I'm so thankful for this community. Thank you guys all for just being so wonderful. Good morning from the Vancouver airport. Oh my goodness, Marina, hello. Why are you at the Vancouver airport? Oh, I guess you tell me right there, waiting for my flight home to Ottawa. Well, that's awesome. Well, have a safe flight. And yeah, it's gonna be so nice for you to go home. That's so nice. Legends, hello. Ooh, playing a game with a garden theme. Of course. This game is literally me in a board game. I'm a librarian. It is part of our uniform. Yeah, that's awesome. One-way system inspired by COVID rules. What is this? Blue dog? What is that in reference of? I might have missed something somewhere. Yes, I should. It's about 30. Yes, board to play. Play some of those games on that shelf of opportunity. I watch Jenna's YouTube videos. They are awesome. Legends, thank you so much. First time seeing this game, beautiful components. Yes, so I do want to mention that this is a very nice prototype, but some things are subject to change, possibly. The components up here, all of these, meeple ingredients, they are like wooden screen printed meeple ingredients. Those are deluxe components. So this is something that you can, oh my God, why am I dropping everything? This is something you can get on the backer kit campaign. It's an add-on that you can get. You can also back, which by the way, Wild Gardens is over on backer kit if you guys are interested, but you can pledge for everything. So getting the deluxeified components, these are also deluxeified. In just the normal version, these are going to just be cardboard punch outs, but if you want the deluxeified or premium wooden components, then that can be added. And then also fun thing is that I actually have a card in the media pack. So the media pack is another thing that you can add on to your pledge. And there is a card with me holding both of my dogs, which is like the cutest thing ever. Huge thank you to Rose Gauntlet Entertainment for including me in the board game. It's pretty crazy and it makes me very, very happy. But that's going to be in the media pack. The Brothers Murph is also in the media pack, which I saw. And there are a bunch of other content creators or just people in the board game space that are in that as well. Jenna, are you one of the guests in the game then? Yes, I am a guest. So I will be one of these cards here, which is very, very exciting. Crazy. I just realized how much de-punching, taking out all of those ingredients would take. Yeah, there's a lot of ingredients. I do have them all still in the box. When I got my copy, it had both the premium and the basic ones. But all of these are wooden pieces as well, and those would be punch outs as well. Bye, Penny. See you later. Penny is leaving us for now, but let me get back into explaining the rest of the game. So that is foraging. Every time that you place one of these action tokens, no matter what space you're going to be moving that many spaces. So that was foraging. You would move how many spaces the action token was that you placed, and then you would forage. This next one is cooking and serving, which cooking and serving, also, give me 1 second. I need to turn off my air conditioning. The air conditioning is very loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but let me see if I can turn it off so that I don't have to feel like I'm yelling the whole time. Okay, so the cooking and serving, you would have to move into a space that has this space right here. Boom. This is a little picnic table space, and you have to be in one of those spaces in order to cook or serve. So it's a little picnic area. Obviously, you have to have a space to cook and plate your dishes and serve to your friends. So whenever you cook or serve, you would have to move. I put this 2 action token there. I would move 1, 2 into this space that has a picnic table. And then I could hand in certain amount of ingredients in order to cook one of the recipes, or if I already had some cooked recipes in my area here, I could trade those in and serve one of the guests. So that is cooking and serving. And then lastly, we have this here, which is study or reserve. So study is basically, for example, let's say I took this 1 again and moved 1 space to here. I could take out one of these books from one of these 3 foraging ingredients. So I could take out the fungus book, the berry book, or the root book. So moving over here you guys can see that we have a bunch of different books here, and I could take one of those. So I could take this root one here, and I would also gain the skill token in between these two books. So I would gain this skill token, and then I could place this skill token in any one of these 9 spots below the action spaces. And this is just basically going to get you more when you take those specific actions. So you're making those actions better. So for example, I could place this additional foraging icon or skill token with my foraging action. And then the book would also go here. That is you taking out a book from the library, and your skill is something that you learned from that book. And then for example, if I on my next turn wanted to move 3, 1, 2, 3, I could forge twice because I've built up that engine of making this action better, and I now can forge twice. So I would be able to go to this space, and I could take 1, 2, 3, I could take 2 of these items. I can take 2 different ones, I can take 2 of the same, but I can forge from that space twice. So there are a bunch of different skill tokens that you can gain. There are additional foraging, there are additional just ingredients that you can gain. You can gain which is the main ingredient. So let me go out. Whenever you see this icon here, which is like a rainbow card, this is meaning the main ingredient, the current main ingredient, which is just the top of the draw deck. So that main ingredient currently is the berry. So I could gain whatever that is at the top of there. There's also like additional study. There's a bunch of different skill tokens that you can gain to make your actions better. Let me catch up on chat quickly. I actually like punching out components. I do too. I really find it therapeutic. This game looks nice. Hello! Xavier, I believe is how you pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, very, very satisfying. Jenna, zoom out, please. Hopefully I zoomed out. Let's dive in at the right time. I apologize. I find it difficult to back crowdfunding games, but I backed this one. Oh, that's awesome. As well as Let's Go to Japan. Yes, that one looked really good too. It seemed like great games. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed Wild Gardens. I haven't tried Let's Go to Japan yet, but it's one that I was really interested in because Francis and I have been wanting to travel to Japan for a very long time. But yes, that is everything for study. You can, on another study action, then if, for example, I had this book here, I would be able to return this book as long as the action marker that I took. So for example, I would want to use this 2 action marker here in order to return this book back to this spot here. Because, I keep on clicking the wrong button. Because in order to return this book, I have to have the 2 played. So the 2 action marker has to be played in order for me to return this book. And the reason why you want to return books is because you only have 2 spaces for books. So if you have 2 books already, you're not going to be able to gain any more skill tokens until you return a book or both of the books that you have there. So that is the study action. And then the reserve action is going to be a little bit different with the solo variant. I do quickly need to remind myself how exactly it is. I do have it. Where is the rules? I had everything set up, make sure I knew everything, but this one I just quickly want to make sure I know exactly what it is. So let me go here. So the reserve action for the solo variant, like I said, is a little bit different, where this replaces the multiplayer version, typically in a reserve action, which, thank you so much. Hello, a new subscriber. Melanie, thank you so much for using your Prime. I really, really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How is your Sunday? But yes, so for the reserve action in a multiplayer game, basically you would just look at any of the 6 recipes that you had or the 6 guests that were out, which again, it's a little bit different for the solo variant, which we'll get into. But typically in a multiplayer game, you would have 6 recipe cards out and 6 guests out. And in your reserve action, you could just take one of the recipes or take one of the guests and put it into your reserved card. So that is just getting it out of the other player's grasp, I guess. The other players will no longer be able to get it. And then you would have it here in your reserve in order to then exchange the goods that you needed to get it into your plate area. So it's just getting it away from the other players. But in a solo game, it's a little bit different, where you choose a recipe type. So whether that is breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, or dessert, those are the 5 different types of recipes. And reveal cards from the top of the recipe deck, so here, until you reveal a recipe card of that chosen type. Place that card in your reserve and then return the revealed cards to the deck and shuffle it. So it is a little bit easier to get the things that you want because you are just saying, I need a dinner recipe. I'm assuming this is because in a solo player game, you're not going through the recipes as quickly. So you might not be able to find, for example, there's no dessert here currently. So you might really, really need a dessert. And in order to get that, it's going to be a little bit difficult when it's just you playing and there's no desserts coming out. So you can go through the deck until you find a dessert and then put that into your reserved cards, which I really like how they did that. So those are everything, or that is everything, sorry. Every single recipe that you get and guest that you serve, you will be gaining some victory points. Victory points is going to be with this little token here. And then you also have a little mason jar, or a little jar here, that is going to be going only on the mason jar spots of the score track. Let me quickly catch up on chat. Not too bad. I'm getting excited to go to Gen Con. Will be my first time going. Oh, that is awesome. I am also going to Gen Con. I'm very nervous, but very, very excited. Hopefully we can meet at some point. I've been burned on backing games in the past, and Let's Go to Japan was the first thing I backed in a really long time. That's awesome. That's awesome, awesome. Is this solo mode built into the game, or are you having to look up a variant online? So this is built into the game. This is currently on backer kits, so it is in the process of being made. The solo variant of this game, or the solo campaign, is actually in a book. Because I was sent a prototype, the book is not made yet, but basically the solo variant is going to be made up of 12 different scenarios that you're going to be going through. They are going to be like story-based scenarios, and I'm going to be going through the first scenario. And the publisher, Rose Gauntlet Games, just sent me a file of everything for scenario 1, but all of the scenarios will be in your own like solo campaign scenario book if you do decide to get it. Yes, Legends, this game is designed by Isaac. I don't know about Lindsay. It just says designed by Isaac. It's Isaac Vega, and then the art is by Liz Minold, which, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with her art. I now follow her on Instagram and Twitter, and she is very, very talented. Like, just wait until I get in to show you guys the recipes. Oh my goodness, the food art in this game is fantastic. But yes, okay, so that is pretty much everything. The jar, like I said, you will be able to be moving up your jar in specific ways. You start with one jar here, but as you get more and more guests will give you more jars, and then you will have the option here in this location area, which I will explain when we get to it. You will have the option to move your jar up however many jars you have in your personal area. So you start with one, but you can get more, and you can jump quite a bit with your jar. So it's a good way to quickly get some points in the game. So that is that. And then the last thing I want to explain is the location board. So the location is always going to change. The location that I have chosen or have gotten is actually a Canadian location. This is Prince Edward Island, which is somewhere I want to go desperately. But each of the location cards, you're going to, typically in a multiplayer game, you would go through 2 locations, 2 halves of the game, and each half of the game, each location, you will play 3 days. So it's 6 days in general, but 2 different locations, and you also change up the layout of the ingredients for each half of the game. But each location is going to give you, at the beginning of this trip, kind of ability. So for example, this one here is at the beginning of the trip. In player order, you may choose to gain 1 of each of the following ingredients or 3 of a single one. So we're going to do that soon, but we also have this here, which this is the back of a location card. And this is going to be some special rewards, things that you will get for giving up your action tokens, which at the end of a day, once you have placed all of your action tokens, so for example, we already placed all 5 of our action tokens. At the end of the day, you have to give in 1 of your action tokens. So for example, I could give in my 2 action token. I no longer have that action token for the remaining 2 days of the trip, but I do get the special ability here, which is number 2. I would be able to gain 1 of the main ingredient, which is going to be this berry here, and I would also gain a victory point. So you're kind of strategically thinking what action icon or action token I want to give up in order to gain some rewards, and which one can I live without for the remaining days of the trip. So that is that. And we're gonna get these back in order. All right, so let's get in. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I have a string hanging from my sweater. I'm an Isaac Vega fan. He does seem like a really, really nice guy. Him and Lindsay both. And also, excuse me, Joshua is their like media person, and he is very, very nice as well, from Rose Gauntlet Games. That makes total sense. Thank you for explaining. No problem, Emma. The recipe art is what really sold me in backing this game. It is freaking stunning. Like, I just need to show you guys. Look at this cream of mushroom soup. Are you kidding me? Look at that cream of mushroom soup. Adorable. What the heck? I want that cream of mushroom soup right now. Okay, so we are going to get into this solo scenario. Like I said, I haven't really looked into what's going to happen, but you do have a little bit of a story behind this. The goal of the game is not so much, you are focusing on getting points in the solo variant, but at the same time, you are also focusing on getting different milestones in this story or in this scenario that we're going to be going through. So there are some specific things that you have, like you have a goal, you know? So we are going to, I'm going to open the scenario here. There is a little bit of an intro, so like a little bit of a paragraph that I'm going to read. There's also a setup that I've already done, which is instead of having 6 guest cards out, we just have to take Kazem, I think is how you pronounce it, Kazem and Johan, and that is the only guest that we can serve currently. So that's a little bit of the story there. You guys will see when I read the intro. So you put them, and that is the only guest that I can currently serve. We are also doing an extended trip. So instead of me having this location and then switching after we go through 3 days to another location, we are just staying at the same location for the entire game. As far as I know, I still change up the ingredients here, but we are not changing the location. So that's a little bit interesting. And then for my goals for this game, I have to complete all the milestones, which we have 1 milestone currently, which is serve Kazem, serve Kazem and Johan to read their listed entry. So that is currently our only milestone. And then at the end of the game, we have to have 10 flour ingredients. So these flowers here, we have to have 10 of these ingredients at the end. And then gain a new completion achievement by scoring at least 40 victory points to gain a standard achievement, 65 victory points to gain epic achievement, or 95 victory points to gain legendary. So you are still trying to get points, but at the same time, trying to achieve these different goals and milestones. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Also, a little bit of a different thing with the solo variant for serving is that when I do serve my guests, which like I said, the only guests that we are serving right now is Kazem and Johan, and you actually can see this little bubble up in the top left-hand corner of every guest card, and that is going to be a little thing that you have to read that will continue this story that we're going through. And then it'll kind of give you some more instructions as to what to do next. So, believe that is everything there. I'm going to quickly read the intro of this scenario. The scenario is called A Feast for Flowers. So this is scenario number 1, and the difficulty level is casual. So with the solo campaign in this game, like I said, there are 12 scenarios, and you don't have to do the scenarios in any sort of order. Some of the scenarios will be a little bit of a difficulty or a little bit more difficult than other scenarios, but this one is casual, and you can kind of pick and choose which scenario you want to do at what time, whatever one kind of you're interested in. So we are going to be doing A Feast for Flowers. Shall we get into it, friends? Also, Sky Guy, do you have any game recommendations for 2 players that aren't about fighting each other, but also aren't fully co-op? Ooh. What does Francis and I enjoy playing 2 players? Francis and I did play Wild Gardens 2 players. Very fun. That aren't fully cooperative. Honestly, there's a lot of games that play really good 2-player. Sky Guy, if you go over to my YouTube channel, I do have, I believe, two videos currently of, I do currently have 2 videos over there that are 2-player games that Francis and I really enjoy. So I definitely recommend going and checking that out. But yes, anyways, let's get into this. I'm gonna read you guys the intro. So the local flower festival has everyone buzzing with excitement. As the event draws nearer, the anticipation in the air is palpable. Good Lord, why am I so bad at reading? The anticipation in the air is palpable, and people are eagerly preparing for the festivities. Kazem and Johan, some local farmers, have asked you to participate and would like you to forage some wild flowers for the event. You eagerly accept their invitation and begin searching for some local flowers while also preparing a tasty treat for the farmers. So that is the intro for this. We are going to get right into it. Like I said, our goal right now is to serve Kazem and Johan. So that is our first thing that we're going to be going for. And we also need to keep in mind that we want to get a lot of these purple flowers because we're going to want 10 of those at the end of the game. So I'm going to start here. This is the starting space. You have this little statue up in this corner. That is where you start. In a multiplayer game, the first player would start there, and then everyone else would place their player or their meeple, I guess, in a space adjacent to where the starter player is. All right, let's get into this. We're going to start with the location card. Like I said, at the beginning of this trip, in player order, which we only have 1 player, you may choose to gain 1 of each of the following ingredients or 3 of a single one. So we have mushroom, berry, and aquatic plant. And I will say, Kazem and Johan want a lunch dish and a dinner dish. So we are probably wanting to go for these 3 right here. These are 2 dinner dishes, and we also have the cream of mushroom dish here. Thank you so much for following Evercon. Welcome to the stream, or Avercon. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? All right, so with that being said, the cream of mushroom needs 3 mushrooms and a root. So I think I'm going to decide to get 3 of a single one of these. So I'm going to get 3 fungus. So I'm going to grab 3 fungus ingredients. I'm going to place those into my ingredient area down here. And that is going to be what I'm going to do. All right. So now, let me see here. Like I said, I really want flowers, and I really want to get one of these. So, I do need a root. So let me go forage. I'm going to forage right away, and I'm going to place the number 1 action token on my forage. So I'm going to move 1 space to here, and then like I said, this space is adjacent to 3 different foraging places, which are these 3, and I'm going to grab a root, and that is going to be my first turn. The nice thing about this is that you're not controlling any sort of AI. So if you're not a huge fan of that type of solo variant where you're having to do the AI's turn, you're not really going against anybody. You're more working towards goals, which I really enjoy in this type of solo variant. So let's see. Next up, I do already have the correct ingredients to make the cream of mushroom soup. So do I want to 1, 2, 3? I could move 3 and I could cook. So I'm going to take the 3 action token. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to this picnic table here, and I'm going to exchange these 3 mushrooms and this root in order to cook this cream of mushroom soup. I already showed you guys the soup, but we can just enjoy it again. Oh my goodness. Freaking love it. Okay. Jenna, didn't you say you could choose 2 ingredients? Not yet. Let's dive in. When I was explaining the 2 ingredients, that was when I had one of these skill tokens here. So if I had this skill token here, which I don't have any skill tokens yet, I would be able to forage twice. But if I just have my 1 forage, I'm only able to take 1 as of right now. But I do think on my next turn, I might go and grab that because having 2 foraging actions is really strong with building up your ingredients. So I will most likely do that. Which I don't think I can do it quite. Oh, maybe I can actually. 1, 2, 3. This is 1 space. 4. So I could circle around back to this root. Or I can just go to a space that has a flower. I do need to remember that I need to get flowers as well. This gets flipped over. A new tea berry ice cream gets flipped over to there. Ooh, kind of like the way Flamecraft plays solo. Yes. I was gonna say, some things in this game kind of remind me of Flamecraft in a way where you're trying to gain ingredients to, in Flamecraft, you are enchanting the shops with the specific ingredients, but in this one, you're creating recipes. Obviously, there are a lot of differences between the 2 as well, but there's that little bit of the same vibe between the 2, which I really enjoy Flamecraft. So, all right. So we did that. I think I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab the 4. I'm going to place it here. Let me zoom out again. I'm going to place it here in order to move 4 times, and then I'm going to study. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. I'm going to study. So because the root is here, I can take this root book. I'm going to place that there, and then I also gain this skill token. So like I said, I am going to place this here in my foraging action. So every time I forge, I can forge twice. Boom. There we go. A new skill token is going to come out, which, boom. So this one is that if there is any root icon adjacent to the space that I'm in, I gain 1 victory point. So that's going to go there. All right. I have 2 more moves to make. We do want to work towards getting one of these 2. We have pine nut pesto and asparagus casserole. Maybe we move and forage. Is there any possible way that I can go somewhere that's going to give me a flower, a lettuce, and a nut? Obviously I can get all 3 of them, but trying to get like 2 of the 3 would be really nice in one space. I guess I could go here, 1, 2, and then I can forage here twice. I think that's probably the best option. So I'm going to use my 2 action marker. I'm going to go there. I'm going to move 1, 2. Oh, shoot. No, this one's not attached to it. It's lettuce, mushroom, and berry. No. Or do I do mushroom and bark? I could do that, actually. That's 4 and 4. Oh, also, I didn't get my victory points here. So I do get 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3, for making the cream of mushroom soup. Yeah, maybe I'm going to take back the 2. We're going to go back here. I think I'm going to actually try to go for the asparagus casserole. So I'm going to take this 1 through 4. This 1 through 4 action token, you can choose how many spaces you want to move. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to choose to move just once. So I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to forage 2 things. So I'm going to forage a fungus and a bark. 1 and 2. There we go. And then I have 1 more. And I have to move twice. So I either go 1, 2 to here, or I go 1, 2 to here. And this space has flower, nut, and berry. Ooh, I don't like any of these. I guess I could just go and maybe try to go for this one too. Might as well. Or do I want to gain another book and gain another skill token? Because I could move 1, 2 to here. I could gain this study skill token. Could gain this main ingredient token. I think Francis is coming down.
Okay.
Sounds good, Belle.
I need to go.
Have fun, everyone. Walt is going to his little class. Goodbye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Have a good class, buddy.
Bye, Minnie. Okay, let's go.
Good luck, Walt and Francis. Hi, Jenna. This game looks beautiful. Iris, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Wild Gardens is absolutely gorgeous. The food art I've been freaking obsessed with. I need to try a solo game of Flamecraft. Do you all enjoy that one solo? Just got it and played a 2-player game and loved it. Also a beautiful game. Yes, I really enjoyed Flamecraft solo. I will say that I do enjoy it slightly more multiplayer than I do solo. But I still really enjoyed it solo as well. Okay, let me decide what I'm going to do here. I think I am going to forge again. I'm going to forge from 1 to this area here, and I'm going to decide to get a flower and an acorn, or a nut and seed, I believe that's what it is. Hello, Vortac. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, so we have a little bit going here. That is the end of the first day. Like I said, there are 3 days in the first half and then 3 days in the second half. But technically, because we are doing an extended trip, we're just doing 6 days at the same location. Okay, so now that we are finished with this, I do have to choose one of my action markers to give up and place here. So honestly, I think the best option right now, because I'm trying to get this asparagus casserole, which I need 4 bark for, I think I might give up my 1 action marker, and that's going to allow me to get 2 bark. So that gets me closer to the 4 that I need. So I think I'm going to do that because we are trying to get that asparagus casserole. So I'm going to give up my 1 action marker. I'm going to place it here. I get 2 bark for that, and those go into my ingredient pool here. Vortac, hello. It's good this weekend. Nice. How have you been this weekend? What have you done? What have you been doing? We had a board game day with our friends Tom and Ashley yesterday, which was very fun. And we also, what did we do? I forget what we did. We cooked a nice meal together. Spent a lot of time outside, which was really nice. It's been gorgeous here in Ontario recently. Okay, so that is everything. I gave this up, and then we are moving on to the next round. Let me quickly check that that is everything. I'm almost positive that that is everything. Moving into the next day, rest action, technically. You're giving up one of your things. In a multiplayer game, you would pass the first player token, which is this guy here, but obviously in the solo mode, you don't have a first player. And that's it. And then you remove all the action tokens from your spaces. And now for this round, I only have 4 actions to do. So let's see here. I do have 3 bark, which is great. We have 1 flower so far, and then we have 1 mushroom. So I need 3 more mushrooms, and I need 1 more bark. So how do I want to do this? Is there any space that I can go that gives me both a mushroom and a bark? The only place that I can do that is here, and I don't think I can get there anytime soon. So let me take this time to maybe get a few more flowers. I think that would be a great way to do it. Or I could do this here. Maybe we get this main ingredient. That would be really nice. I will mention that at any time you can exchange 3 of 1 ingredient to gain you any of any other ingredient. So that's a really good way to get an engine going with one thing, but then you needing another thing and exchanging them. Okay, so I think that is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take my 3. I'm gonna go study. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 to this space here. And I'm going to take out the nuts and seeds book. And I'm going to, I can't return. So that is a bit unfortunate, but hopefully the next time I go there, I'll be able to return. Like I said, when you return, I have these 2 books here. When you return, which I think this one is upside down, you have to have this specific number played as your action token in order to return. So because I played a 3 action token and the 2 empty spaces here in the library are a 2 and a 4, I can't return a book. So I'm gonna have to keep that in mind when I'm wanting to take out another book. Additionally, I do get this main ingredient here, and I think I'm just gonna add it again to my forge action. I think that's the best option for me there. I will say that the end production of this game, all of these forging tiles or tokens are going to be the same color. They are different colors, but they will be the same in the end product. But yes, I took out that book, and I think that is everything for that turn. And then I'm gonna try to get, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could use my 4. And that would get me another mushroom and another bark, or I could just get 2 more mushrooms. That might be a good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna use my 4. I'm gonna forage. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna forage at this location, and I'm gonna grab 2 mushrooms. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. Mushroom, mushroom. Like so. I do have to add another. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom out. And, are you kidding me? I don't even need berries. So there's 2 tiles that are the same currently, which are that you get a berry. I always wanted to visit Canada, but have not yet. I want a Rocky. Canada is wonderful. It does get very cold in the winter, I will say that. But it is very, very nice. I really enjoy living in Canada. I got some good stuff in the store, plus I've been doing some solo gaming. 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, which is a fantasy mini RPG war game. Ooh, mix of battles and RPG play, super fun. Very nice, Vortac. Is there any penalty for keeping hold of books apart from not being able to get more skills? No, that is literally the only negative part of holding on to books, is that you just don't have a space to get a book in order to gain more skills. So in order to gain more skills, you have to return books. I'm from Detroit, just over the bridge. I have always felt like I should have been a Canadian though. Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? Then we could hang out, Emma. That would be great. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna gain 2 mushrooms for my 2 foraging actions, and then because the main ingredient is a root, I'm going to gain a root. But I don't think this root is gonna get me anything. All right, so now I just need a bark and a mushroom. A bark and a mushroom. This asparagus casserole is very difficult to obtain, I will say. Okay. Let's see. 4 and 4, but it does get me 7 victory points, which is great. Okay, what should I do here? Really the only thing that I can do currently is forage. So I'm gonna forage again. Is there anywhere that I can go that will gain me? Literally the only space that gains me both what I need is the space that I'm currently on, which is a little bit unfortunate. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even going all the way around, I'm not going to be able to gain that, which kind of sucks. We're not making any progress with the story, which makes me so sad. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Is there any possible way that I could get mushrooms, but then also bark? I should also mention that there is another side of this board. There are 2 different paths that you can choose from, and this is the one that I did choose for this game. Okay, I think I'm going to, if I go here, and I go 1, 2 to here. You know what I'm gonna do? The nice thing about playing solo is that you can take things back. So do you know how I just foraged here and I decided to get 2 mushrooms? I'm actually gonna take that back. I'm not gonna get 2 mushrooms. I'm gonna gain 1 mushroom and 1 bark. Because I've discovered a way for me to do this better. I should have really chose to do that right off the bat because the only other place that I can get bark is here. I will say bark is one of the more difficult ones to obtain because there is only 2 bark spaces. Also, roots are a little bit more difficult to obtain as well, and the aquatic plants are also. There's 2 of each of those on the board, but then there's also 4 of everything else, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3 lettuce. There's 3 flowers, but there are 4 seeds, 4 berries, 4 fungus. So there are some different varying amounts of things. But yes, did that. I'm going to move once. I'm going to move my 1 to 4. I'm going to move once to here. I'm going to, again, forage twice. I am going to gain 2 mushrooms. 1, 2. Look at me go. And I'm also going to gain another one of the main ingredients, which is going to be a root. There we go. I'm very, very happy right now. Only thing, shoot, I'm not even going to be able to do it. Oh, this sucks. Ugh. Okay. The reasoning for this is that I only have a 2. The only action marker that I have left is my 2. So the only places that I can go is 1, 2 to here, which doesn't have a picnic spot on it. So I can't cook. And then I can only go this way as well and go 1, 2. Again, this space does not have a picnic table. So I think I'm gonna have to cook on my next turn. So I think my best option now is to either study. I can return one of these books to this 2 spot because I do have the 2 action marker, or I could forge again to gain some more flowers. Because like I said, one of our goals is to have 10 flowers by the end of the game to give to Kazem and Johan. So I think I will do that. I'm going to use my 2. I'm going to go here. I'm going to move twice. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Is that what I want to do? I suppose. The 3 options here now for my foraging is flower, root, or berry. I'm going to get 2 flowers just so we can start gaining some more flowers. And then I also gain another root. There we go. Look at all of our ingredients here. Awesome. So that is everything for the second day. I can do one of these, what one do I want to do? I have to give up another one of my action markers. I only have 4 now. If you do decide to give up the 1 through 4, you get to decide which of the 4 location bonuses you do gain. But I really think I want to keep that one because it is very flexible. So I definitely want to do a lot of serving this round and cooking. So I'm going to need to make sure that I can get to 2 different picnic areas on this or during this day. So I'm going to want to make sure I have like a 1 to get here so that I can cook the asparagus casserole, and then maybe a 2 to get to here. So I'm going to keep my 1 through 4. I'm going to keep my 2 and 3. Out of the 3 and the 4, which of those do I want to gain? I think I'm just going to give up my 4. I'm going to place that on day number 2. and I'm gonna gain the bonus for number 4, which is just 2 victory points. So I'm gonna gain 2 victory points, 1, 2. I could have given in a lettuce and a flower, which I don't have a lettuce, but this one here, would mean that I could exchange a lettuce and a flower or a leaf and a flower to move my jar up. So I would only have 1 jar, but that would allow me to go from 0 to 2, but I have decided not to do that. Let her cook. Hashtag let her cook. Ripsy boy, hello. Welcome to the stream. Did you get your own card, Jenna? I know the Brothers Murph got one in their media kit. Unfortunately, I did gain, I got some cards in the mail a few days ago of some updated cards, and I was hoping my card would be in there, but it's not. The Brothers Murph card is in there, but I'm so excited to eventually get my own card, because that is just crazy. Being in a freaking board game is wild, but unfortunately it's not here. But the Brothers Murph is, which I'm very happy about. Hopefully I can show you guys the Brothers Murph card after. But my card just makes me so happy because it has both of my babies on it. Ugh. Miss Penny and Mr. Walt. It's so cute. Okay, so that is everything. I gained my 2 victory points, and we are now going to move on to the next round. So this last day of this trip, I'm only going to have 3 actions. One of those actions is going to be to cook. So I'm going to go here. 1 to 4, I'm going to move once to this picnic table area. I'm going to hand in my 4 bark and my 4 fungus, and we are going to cook the asparagus casserole. So that is what the asparagus casserole looks like. Freaking delicious. Yes, yes, yes. We are cooking some nice cream of mushroom soup and asparagus casserole for the wonderful Kazem and Johan. And that is that. I do gain 7 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are at 12 victory points so far. All right. And then my next action, which I will say I think on this turn, I want to add some more skill tokens here, because it would be really nice to gain some more stuff when I do cook and when I do serve and when I do study in reserve. So yeah, maybe that'll be my last action on this turn. But the next one I'm going to use this 2. Again, I'm going to place it on cook and serve. We are going to move 1, 2 to this picnic area, and we are going to serve Kazem and Johan. Look at us go. So I'm going to exchange these 2 recipes. One is lunch and one is dinner. We are going to hand those in to Kazem and Johan. And at the end of the game, gain 1 victory point for each 2 flowers you have in your supply, which is great because we are trying to get 10 flowers by the end of the game. So this is going to just be placed beside our thing here. And like I said, this little bubble up in the corner is the next thing that we're going to read in the story. So now that we have served Kazem and Johan their lunch and their dinner, we can see what is going to happen next, which is so exciting. I'm so freaking pumped for this. So we are going to be reading number 132. So let's go here and let me open up the scenario, and we are going to scroll down to 132. All right. So this is what happens next. Are you guys ready? Let me quickly read. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that so much. Can't wait to see it. Please keep us posted on the Discord. I definitely will. I 100% will. I think like the art I've posted a bit, but I don't know what like my special ability is and stuff, which let me see quickly if I can find the Brothers Murph in here. Oh, perfect. Right there. They were pretty much at the bottom. All right. So this is the Brothers Murph. Theirs is when served, gain 2 ingredients that match the top of the recipe deck. So that's going to be the the main ingredient here. Then reserve 1 card if possible. So that is the Brothers Murph. There they are there. I cannot wait to like have my card physically as well. That is so freaking fun. In that card, doesn't Penny have the shorter ears, but Walt ended up with the daisy? Yeah, I found that kind of funny. Obviously, like I didn't tell the artist like which one was Walt and which one was Penny, but it was very cute that she put the flower on Walt. I think it's adorable and kind of funny. Really want some cream of mushroom soup now. Honestly, same, Vicky. I really want some cream of mushroom soup. Made it back. Are we in the final round now? We are in the second day. No, we are in the third day of the first half. So we are almost halfway done. I actually just served Kazam and Johan. So we are just about to read what happens next, which is very exciting. Okay, so this is Kazem. Kazem says, wow, that was an amazing meal. Thank you so much for treating us today. You really outdid yourself with those forged ingredients. Johan said, yes, thank you. We've never had anything like it before. It was such a treat. You tell Johan and Kazem that it was your pleasure to serve them and that you love sharing your passion for foraging with others. Kazem, speaking of food, were you hoping to serve some of the fruit? We are hoping to serve some of the fruit we're growing on our farm at the local flower festival, but we've been having a bit of a trouble with theft. Oh no, someone is stealing their fruit. Someone keeps stealing our fruit, and it's been a real problem. Johan says, we've tried everything to stop them, but nothing seems to work. It's frustrating because we're really looking forward to sharing our harvest with everyone. We just hope we can find a way to stop the thief before the festival starts. We don't want to disappoint anyone. Oh, this is so sad. You ask Kazem and Johan if there is anything you can do to help. Their farm is pretty large and there is no way to monitor all of it all the time. There we go. They point you in the direction of Hank, their farmhand, who has taken the task of tracking down the fruit thief while Kazam and Johan prepare for the festival. Ooh, okay. Okay, y'all, we got a food thief in the house. We are now moving on to milestone 2. So serving Johan and Kazem was milestone 1. We now have a new milestone. So the new milestone is search the guest deck for Hank and Bandit and put them into the supply. Serve them and figure out how you can help track down the fruit thief. Ooh, okay. Okay. After serving your guest, you overhear a couple passing by the picnic area. Oh. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. That was another one. Ignore it. All right. So we are trying to find Hank and Bandit. They need some surveillance cameras. Yeah, they do. So we are trying to find, which also, can we just talk about this? There's a dog in the game named Walter. Technically, our dog, his name is Walt, but I always call him Walter as well. It's kind of funny. Hank and Bandit. Okay, so this here is Hank and Bandit. So this is Hank and Bandit. We have a horse and this lovely man, the farmhand. There he is. And Walter has a mustache. No, a monocle. Why did I read that as a mustache? Oh my Lord. What is wrong with me? And Walter has a monocle. So cute. Yes. Maybe it's because I was thinking, our friends Tom and Asha kept on saying that Walter, our dog, has a mustache. So I think I had that in my head. Bandit sounds like a good culprit as the fruit thief. Yes. Okay. So this is Hank and Bandit. They are wanting a dessert. Ooh. Which I will say, we're going to flip this over now. There is only one dessert here, which is the tea berry ice cream. So maybe we can start going for that. Once I do serve Hank and Bandit, I can discard him to move to an empty picnic zone of your choice. Oh, that's kind of nice. Because I was struggling with trying to get to a picnic zone. Okay. So Hank and Bandit, we now want to serve you. They are wanting this, which we are going to need 3 berries and 1 lettuce. All right. Okay. I think that's actually a good time for me to get one of these berry skill tokens. Hopefully the Jenna card is not the fruit thief. It's definitely me, guys. I just love me some good fruit. Team Jenna, thank you, legends. All right, so this is actually a great opportunity for me to gain one of these fruit things because I'm gonna need some fruit. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could go here. This has a berry adjacent to it. Or I could even go to this lettuce space. 1, 2, 3. That has no lettuce. Okay, I think my best option is to go study here. Oh shoot, no, I can't. Oh no. Guys, I can't. I can't return either of the books because I only have a 3. Shoot. Oh no. And I have to have a 2 or a 4 in order to return a book. And I can't take out a book unless I have a space for it. Well, dang it. That's not good. I think the fruit thief name should be Edith. Edith would be the fruit destroyer. Yeah, that sounds like Edith to me. All right, so I think my next best thing then is to forage. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go to this space here. This is adjacent to berry, mushroom, and aquatic plant. Excuse me. And then I'm going to forage twice. I'm going to gain 2 berries. 1, 2. And then I also gain the main ingredient, which is great because it is a flower. So we gain another flower. We now have 4 flowers of the 10 that we need. So that's awesome. Okay. So that was everything for that day. And I think that's everything. Oh no, we still have one more day, I believe. Do we have one more day? Because I have to hand in one more. Do I? Please hold, everyone. Let me just quickly check the thing here. How many days have we gone through so far? I think we've already been through 3 days, right? Am I crazy? Okay, a trip ends after 3 days. Each player has taken 3 rest actions. Okay, so I have to still take a rest action in order to gain a bonus, but then obviously I don't do turns after that. So we are just taking our last rest action, and I'm going to hand in my 2, and I'm going to gain the 2 benefit. So the 2 benefit here is that I gain 1 main ingredient, so we're going to gain another flower, and then I'm also going to gain 1 victory point, so that's going to go there. There we go. So that is the end of that entire thing. So that is the first half of it. I now am going to, basically with this solo scenario, it is an extended trip. So that means that you are keeping the same, whatever this is called, you're keeping the same location, but I still do believe that you move these ingredients around. I could be wrong. You could keep these the same, but I believe I'm gonna do it that I do move these around. So we're gonna throw all of these ingredients back into the bag. And then I'm gonna, oh, I just realized something as well. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure I have to get rid of these, whatever they're called as well, the recipes, and put out new ones. Could be wrong though. And I'm just putting these out randomly. No rhyme or reason to where I'm putting them. Okay. Whoop. That works out nicely there. All right. So we have shuffled around those food icons there, or ingredient icons. I get to take back my 3 additional action icons or action tokens. All right. And then let me quickly make sure. Extended trip. If a scenario has an extended trip, do not flip over the new location card at the end of the first trip. Instead, carry out the beginning of the trip effect on the card you started with the game. After the second trip, 6 days total, the game is over as normal. Okay, so I think everything else happens. So basically in a multiplayer game, when you go into the next half or the second day, or no, second trip of the game, each trip is 3 days, but once you go into the second trip, you mix up all the ingredients again, you change the location. So I would take this location here and flip it over, and then this would be the new location bonuses, and this would be the new location, but we forego that with the extended trip, but everything else happens. So mixing up all these getting taken away, put those at the bottom of the deck, and then 6 new recipes get flipped out, like so. I might have to end up reserving a card. Oh, ooh, okay. That one's achievable. We are looking for a dessert recipe. All right, interesting. Okay. So we have our 6 new recipe cards out. We again get the beginning of the trip bonus here. So I may choose to gain 1 of each of the following or 3 of a single one. So that is fungus, berry, or what is this called? Aquatic plant. And actually the water mint sorbet needs 2 aquatic plants and 1 berry. So I think I'm gonna switch my strategy, and I think I'm gonna go for the water mint sorbet. So I'm gonna grab 3 of these aquatic plants as my starting bonus here. Okay. So it is now the next trip. So we got 3 more days to go through. We are halfway through the game. Again, if you guys are interested in checking out Wild Gardens, it is currently up on BackerKit. It has multiplayer, but today I am playing the solo campaign scenario number 1. In Wild Gardens, there are 12 different scenarios that you can go through, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. Like the whole trying to achieve different goals, instead of going against someone and just trying to get the maximum amount of like points you can get, following a like story is very, very fun. So anyways, we are now moving on to the 4th of 6 days, and I'm going to serve. No, I'm not going to serve. I'm going to cook. Or do I want to study? Because this would be my best option or best time to study. Because I do have both my 2 and my 4. I think that might be my best option. This space here is mushroom, root, and flower. So I could, if I move 2 to here, I could return one of these books to this space, and then I could take out mushroom. I kind of want to get one of these berries. So that might not work out for me too well here. I could do that. Okay, I'm going to use my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use my 4 on the study/reserve section here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to this space. Because I used the 4, I can return either of these books. It doesn't really matter which one I return. I will return the root book. And because I am on a space that has a flower, a bark, or a fungus, I could take out this one, or this one. So I'm going to take out the bark book, and I'm going to get this berry. So additionally, do I want to put it there? I think I'm going to put it on my cook/serve action here, just so I can gain that whenever I cook or serve, because we are definitely going to be cooking and we're definitely going to be serving this round. So we're going to gain some berries, which is going to be nice. So that is everything there. I returned a book. I took out a book, got a new skill token. We do need to put another skill token here. This new skill token is, if I had this here, where I was for cooking and serving, if there were any adjacent spots that had a berry, I would gain a victory point. So that's there. It's the same as this one, it's just a berry instead of a root. All right, so now I am going to cook. I am going to move 1 here. I'm going to move 1 to this picnic area here in order to cook. I am going to get the water mint sorbet. I'm going to hand in 2 aquatic plants and 1 berry. And that's going to get me 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is awesome. And I now have a dessert to serve to Hank and Bandit. Awesome. Okay. Next up. Oh, I do gain a berry as well. All right. So now I can serve Hank and Bandit. So I think I'm going to do a 2. I'm going to cook/serve again. I'm going to go 1, 2 to this next picnic area. I am going to serve Hank and Bandit. I'm going to exchange this dessert, water mint sorbet. I'm going to gain Hank and Bandit. And I gain 2 victory points for that. 1, 2. And then they are now active here. And that is everything. Additionally, I have to remember that I can discard Hank and Bandit to move to any empty picnic area of my choice. So if I do need to do that, I can get rid of Hank and Bandit. I don't lose the victory points that I've gained for them, but I do lose the jar here. So you guys can see there is a jar there. So if I do want to move my jar, he'll be able to get me up 1 more. Also, hello, welcome to the stream, whoever just followed. Thank you so much for following. I didn't quite catch your name, but feel free to say something in chat. Join in. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're gonna flip over the next thing here, and we are going to read Hank and Bandit's little thing here. So let me go, oopsie. Let me read theirs. The top little speech bubble says number 128. So I'm gonna find number 128. Okay. So I just served them some water mint sorbet. Jenna, can you remind me what the jars do, please? Or anyone in chat. So let's dive in. Let me zoom in to my board here. So I have a permanent jar here on my board, and then some guests will give you jars as well. And basically, this here, if you see this icon here, which is that I can exchange a leaf and a flower to move my jar. If I took this location reward, I would be allowed to move my jar as many times as I have jars in my personal area. So for example, now I have 2. I would be able to move my jar here twice, but the jars will skip to only jar spaces on the victory point track. So if I moved twice, I would go from 0 all the way to 2 and then to 3. So once you get to like this middle area, the jar moves quite a bit. So for example, if I had my jar on the 26, if I gained literally 1 jar, I would go from 26 all the way up to 30 victory points. If I moved my jar twice, which if I had both of these jars, I would be able to move from 26 to 30 to 35. So having your jar movement really gets you points quickly, and it really ramps up. So that is good. Having more jars then will allow you to take that opportunity to move your jar when you get that, or if you take that location reward. Hopefully that helps you out. Okay, so let me read this. No problem, let's dive in. So I just served Hank and Bandit some water mint sorbet. Hank says, "Wow, thanks for this. It's really delicious." Bandit neighs in approval because he's a horse. Hank, you like it too, Bandit, don't you? Bandit's got a real sweet tooth. At first, I thought he was the fruit thief we were looking for. He thought he was the fruit thief too. No, buddy, it's Edith. Edith's the fruit thief. However, I ruled him when I found him with his head stuck in one of the honey pots. After washing him up, I took him for a ride around the perimeter of the farm, and I think I found something that might help you catch the fruit thief we've been having trouble with. Oh, really? What did you find, you inquire? Hank, I found some tracks leading to the fence that borders our farm. They look like they were made by a person, not an animal. It is Edith! See, I knew it! Not an animal. And there were some footprints leading away from the fence. Hank points in the direction of the footsteps. Ooh. Hank, yeah, it looks like they were heading towards the old mill. It's abandoned, but I've heard rumors that Rosa's been working on refurbishing it for a new flower shop. Ooh. I'm guessing that might be where the thief is hiding out with our stolen fruit. I'd go over and ask Rosa myself, but she's still mad at me since Bandit got into her honeyworts. Honeyworts? Maybe you could check with her? We can give you a ride over if you'd like. All right. So, milestone number 3 is search the guest deck for Rosa and put them into the supply. Serve them and see if the fruit thief is hiding at the old mill. Ooh, y'all. Okay. We're getting into this. I really thought it was going to be the horse sneaking apple snacks when Hank wasn't looking. Aw. Okay, so Rosa is... This is kind of fun, like having to like search for specific people to kind of make the story go on. Okay, where the heck is Rosa? There's Nora. There's Rosa. Okay. So Rosa here wants a lunch dish, which is great because we have 3 lunch dishes here, which is awesome. She wants 1 lunch dish, and when served, you gain 3 flowers. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay. No, I don't have her yet. All right. So I think the easiest one to go for is this one here, which is the stinging spanakopita. Ooh, I freaking love spanakopita. With the spinach and the feta. Ooh, baby. Okay. Now, I do have 2 more here. Thank you so much for following, whoever that was. Give me 1 second and I will. Buen, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following as well. It's like an episode of a drama. It is, it really is. Let's see if Rosa looks like a thief. Is there fruit in her picture? Let's see. Does she look like a thief, y'all? This is Rosa. Give her a good look. Do we think it's Rosa? I don't know. She looks pretty innocent to me, honestly. It's really... She has just some flowers. She looks pretty innocent to me, to be honest with you. No, she looks way too nice to be a thief. Yeah, look at that smile. She just wants to sell you flowers. That's all she wants to do. It's so cool that they put this story element in the game. Is it only in the solo version? So yes, Iris, the solo campaign is the only time that you'll be able to interact with the story of Wild Gardens, which I think is really cool that they've created, or Isaac has specifically created this lore of the Wild Gardens world with all of these really fun characters, and I am really, really enjoying this right now. It's making me so happy following this little story, and all of the characters are so cute, and yeah, you can really kind of see their personalities and stuff. If she's the thief, I think it will be a surprise fruit pie or something with good intentions. Yeah. She's like, I'm so sorry I had to steal your fruit. I wanted to make you a pie. It's like, girl, why'd you steal my fruit to make me a pie? Okay, so we do already have 3 roots. So I need 1 for this spanakopita, but we do need 2 lettuce. So, is there anywhere that I can go? I think my thought is that I want to move a few spots. I want to forage 2 lettuce from a spot, and then I would like to move another few spots and then cook the spanakopita. So I think my best option here is, we got a 3. 1, 2, 3. I could go to here. I could forage 2 lettuce from this location. And then I'm left with my 1 through 4, which is great, because then I can move any amount that I want. I could go 1, 2 to this picnic, or I could go 1, 2 to this picnic table. Okay, so that's perfect. I'm gonna grab the 3. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna forage twice. That is going to get me 2. I think I'm calling them lettuce, but I'm pretty sure they're plants. I'm gonna gain 2 plants, or 2 leaves. I think it's leaves. I'm gonna gain 2 leaves, and then I also get the main ingredient, so I get a bark. Boom. All right. And then lastly, I'm gonna use my 1 through 4. I'm gonna go to the cook/serve part. I'm gonna choose to go 1, 2. I'll go down to this one. Because it has a picnic table, I can cook. I'm going to exchange 2 leaf and 1 root to cook the spanakopita. And then that'll get me 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Love this for me. We do have quite a few. We have 5 flowers. We're gonna gain 3 more from Rosa. So that'll be 8. I still need 2 flowers, so I have to keep that in mind. But yes, there we go. Ooh. Birch shortbread. Look at the little cat. Look at that kitty. He's trying to steal the cookies. That's so freaking cute. Also, this elderberry lemonade. Freaking yum. Yes, please. That looks fantastic. We also have acorn noodle salad, which this makes me want to cook something like this. Like a cold, like summer noodle salad. Yes, please. Ugh, I freaking love these cards so much. Like, I think these recipe cards are my favorite cards in any board game. Not gonna lie. Okay, and then also because I went here, I do gain a berry as well for my extra little action there. And that is everything for the first day. So, what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I will say that we have to keep in mind that I'm trying to get, I believe, 65 points. So, a lettuce and a flower. I don't have any lettuce, unfortunately, because I really would love to start getting my my jar going up, because I feel like the jar is going to be a good way for me to get a lot of points. Because as of right now, I only have 22 points. I will say at the end of the game, both in multiplayer and in solo, you total up where your victory points are, but then you also add in where your jar is. So you're gonna add both of those together. You're also going to additionally gain victory points for any at the end of the game guests that you have, which I will say that Kazem and Johan do have like at the end of the game abilities. Hank and Bandit do not. But yes, I'd really love to be able to do that. So maybe I need to keep in mind on the next round, I want to have a flower and a lettuce in order to move my jar up. All right. I think I'm going to give in my 2. And that will get me the main ingredient. So I'm going to get a bark. And then I also gain 1 victory point. So I'm going to go here. And then these get moved up. And we move on to the next day. All right. So immediately I can serve Rosa. So we are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move 4. Cook and serve. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to this picnic area here. Additionally, I do gain a berry for taking that action. And then I'm going to serve Miss Rosa the stinging spanakopita. That is going to give me 3 victory points for serving Rosa. So 1, 2, 3. And she has an ability here that when served, I gain 3 flowers. So we're going to gain those now, which is awesome, because we are trying to get 10 by the end of the game. All right. And then she is going to get added here to my guests, my wonderful guests. Okay. And then we now get to read 119. Let's see if anybody has been hiding out at this area. 119. Oh boy. Okay. This is a long one, y'all. Let's do this. So, we just served Rosa some stinging spanakopita. Those cards are so amazing and gorgeous. I just planted an elderberry tree and now I want to try that lemonade when it has berries. Dude, you should. That would be amazing. Also, I'm very jealous that you just planted an elderberry tree. That sounds fantastic. Francis and I literally have no trees in our backyard, and I really want to plant some trees because I feel like our backyard's just very bare. I also want to do like a vegetable and fruit garden eventually, but that is a lot of work. Now that we have 2 puppies, I don't know if it's something that I can handle, but I really would love to be that type of person that like has a vegetable and fruit garden and like herbs and stuff in the backyard. I would love that. Jenna, does this game also have a cookbook? I want some of these recipes. I do think that they are possibly going to be doing something like that. If they are not, I think that is a fantastic idea. If you go to the Backer Kit campaign page, let's dive in. I think there's like a lore book. There's like a book that they are creating that you can back. They don't have a ton of information on it. There has been some people in the like community section of the Backer Kit thing that have asked if there's going to be recipes in the book, and I don't know if they've replied, but I definitely think that that's something that they should do because that would be fantastic. And it might be something that they're doing in that book. You should ask them. Rose Gauntlet, are you guys putting recipes in the Wild Gardens lore book? Because I think that would be like the best idea. It would have been really cool if they like put the recipes on the back of the card, but obviously the back of the card is the main ingredient. So it would be hard for them to do that, but I do think that having a recipe book would be really cool. Okay, so Rosa. Oh, this is lovely. Thank you so much. It looks delicious. With all this work I've been doing lately for the flower shop and the upcoming festival, I keep forgetting to eat, so this is perfect. What did we give her? Oh yeah, she got spanakopita. She's getting fed good. Okay, so this is perfect. Rosa quickly devours the delicious meal you gave her and takes you on a tour. As you step inside the old mill, you can feel the history and character of the building. The rough-hewn wood beams overhead and creaking of the old machinery evoke a sense of nostalgia. As you walk through the space, you can see the potential of a modern and stylish flower shop, with Rosa already setting up sleek displays and innovative designs that blend seamlessly into the building's rustic charm. However, there is no trace of a fruit thief you are looking for. Finally, you ask Rosa if she's noticed anything. Rosa says, "Oh, no." Rosa puts her hands together as if defeated. Oh. Rosa. Actually, I have. Oh, what's happening? She's going to confess. It must be my young cousin Pip. Oh, okay. Are you sure? He's been visiting me, and he's been a bit of a character. He does some pretty weird things sometimes. Last week, I found him rearranging all of the flowers so he could sing to them like they were guests at his concert. Okay. You laugh as she shows you a picture of the little rascal. Rosa, I don't know what his recent obsession with fruit is about, but it's been causing some issues. I caught him stealing some apples from the nearby orchard the other day. His antics can be amusing, but I'm worried he'll get himself into trouble. I'll talk to him. He should be out back playing. Rosa calls out to Pip, but she gets no response. Pip, come on. You both go out to look. Rosa, oh no, where could he have gone this time? Do you mind helping me look for him? Maybe he's set out a trap, or maybe if we set out a trap for him. Why are you setting out a trap for a child? Pip, please. Okay, so this is milestone number 4. Search the guest deck for Pip and put him into the supply. Serve Pip if you serve them a recipe that has at least 1 fruit in its cost. Gain 4 additional victory points when serving. Ooh, okay. Cool. Okay, let's look for Pip. They could maybe put recipes in a separate book. Each card could have a number that corresponds. I know I wouldn't want my game prices around, or my game pieces around my kitchen mess. Very true, very true. Like you wouldn't want to have to look through the cards and then like bring the card to the kitchen. That is very, very understandable. Need a trap to catch a thief. They didn't even need cameras. Rosa just gave him up. They just needed to befriend her. Exactly. Trapping Pip. Okay, let's see where Pip is. Is that Pip? Nope. Cute. Look at how cute this one is. Are you kidding me? That's so cute. I do think I was watching the live stream with Isaac and Lindsay and Josh. They were playing this on their live stream over at Rose Gauntlet Entertainment here on Twitch. And I think Isaac mentioned that some of the characters are a little bit inspired by Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, however you say it, which Francis and I really love. And you can really see that kind of Studio Ghibli vibes from these, which I love. Like, look at it! Are you freaking kidding me? So cute! I love it. This man is just crying on the ground. This isn't Pip, guys. This is Nicholas. But he's crying about something. He's not happy. Okay. Pip, where are you? Hello, Pip. Hello? No freaking way. You guys want to see Pip? What is happening? Pip has a watermelon on his head. That's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, Pip. You crazy boy. Crazy boy, Pip. Get your head out of that watermelon, boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Pip wants a dessert yet again. We need to get a dessert. And like it said, we do gain additional victory points if we can serve him a dessert that has berries. So this one here, this dessert is 2 bark. So I could get this one right away because I do already have 2 bark. But I think I might want to try to reserve a card. I think I might want to try to look through here and try to find a dessert that has berries so that I can gain as many victory points as I possibly can. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. As it says, if I cook a recipe that has at least 1 fruit cost, I can gain an additional 4 victory points when serving. So that'll be great. I'm going to try to do that. All right. So now I am going to, like I said, reserve, I believe. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I get. But I want to try to be pretty close to a picnic table. So I think I'm going to do a 1 on study and reserve. I'm going to move 1 to here. And then, like I said, the reserve in the multiplayer is a little bit different than the solo. But in multiplayer, I would just reserve one of the available guests or recipes. But in the solo variant, I want a dessert. So I'm going to say I'm looking for a dessert. I'm going to flip over these. Oh, well, that's perfect. Okay. So you would flip over the recipes until you got a dessert. And literally the first one that we got is a dessert. And lo and behold, it does have a fruit. So that's awesome. That's perfect. So this is going to go to my reserve. This is a rhubarb berry pie. And it needs 3 bark and 2 berries. So I really just need 1 bark. That's awesome. Okay. How do I want to do this, though? Where are the barks? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. So I am not going to be able to do it quite, oh, I can. Oh, amazing. Okay. Because I can, remember, I can discard Hank and Bandit to be able to move to a picnic spot. So that's awesome. I think Pimp. His name's not Pimp. Oh God. I think Pip has secured my backing of this game. He's so cute though. Like, can we just, that's so funny. He's just so obsessed with this watermelon that he's just put his head right in it. So freaking funny. Okay, so I think I should be able to do this. This is great. I'm going to use the 1 through 4. I am going to go forage. I'm going to go 1, 2 to this foraging area. And I can get a bark, seed and nut, or a leaf. I am going to gain a bark for 1. And I'm also going to gain a leaf. Because if you guys remember, I really want to exchange 1 flower and 1 leaf in order to move my jar up on the next rest phase. So that is awesome. And I still do have my 3, so I can give in my 3 in order to be able to do that. Okay, so that was my 2 foraging, and then I do additionally gain a main ingredient, which is a fungus. Hi, Heroic Logic. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Good afternoon, wild gardeners. We are wild gardeners today, aren't we? This is awesome. Watermelon Pimp. Not the pimp. Her cousin's a watermelon pimp. Okay. All right, so I am going to place this 3 here to cook/serve, but I am going to discard. Yeah, I'm going to discard Hank and Bandit in order to move to any empty picnic zone of my choice. So instead of moving 3, I just get to move to any of them. I will move to this picnic area over here. Goodbye, Hank and Bandit. Everyone say goodbye to Hank and Bandit. All right. Which is a little bit unfortunate because he did have a jar. Shoot. That's okay. It's okay. Because I believe we are getting a jar from Pip as well. So it's all good. So we are going to pay 3 bark and 1 berry. Nope, 2 berries. Actually, technically 1 because I do gain 1 back. So we'll just do that. And then I make this wonderful looking rhubarb berry pie. And I gain 5 victory points for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah, Pip has a jar too, so we're good. All right, so that is everything for that second day. We're going to take these back. Like I said, I'm going to forfeit my 3 in order to do the jar action here. And this means that I can give in 1 lettuce and 1 flower to move my jar. Oh, shoot. I can only move my jar once, unfortunately. But hopefully in the future we'll be able to move it more because we don't have Pip yet. That's the only unfortunate thing, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So that was that. Oh, wait. Yeah. I just moved once. Okay. Pip needs a jar for the watermelon seeds. Yeah. He just puts his head in, eats a watermelon, takes it out, spits the seeds in the jar. That's what he does. All right. So that is everything for that round. We now go into our last day. I have 3 actions to do. and we are ready to serve Pip. So I have a 1 and a 4, so I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go here. That I think is my best option. So I'm going to take the 4. I'm going to place it on serve/cook. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to this picnic area. I'm going to serve Pip this wonderful rhubarb berry pie. We're going to get him, and because that was a dessert dish with fruit, I do gain 4 additional victory points. So he is worth 1 victory point, so I get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 victory points. Awesome. And at any time, I can discard Pip to gain 3 berries. Okay, good to know. So now we are reading the next. The next is, his little story bubble is 109. 109. Your trap works, and you and Rosa are able to capture the rambunctious Pip. Rosa: oh, young man, you're in a lot of trouble. Why are you stealing fruit from Kazem and Johan, and why is there a watermelon on your head? Oh, this is hilarious. Pip: isn't it neat, Rosa? I ate out of the inside and everything. I'm going to make a whole robot suit out of melons. Isn't fruit great? It's like sweet, sweet treasure everywhere. I want it all. He's freaking hilarious. Piles of strawberries fall out of Pip's pockets as he jumps up and down with glee. Rosa: oh no, what am I going to do with this one? You offer to help Rosa watch over Pip while everyone finishes up preparations for the festival. You take Pip out of your foraging or on your foraging adventures and teach Pip how to identify edible fruits and plants, as well as how to harvest them without damaging the environment. Pip is excited to learn a new way to find fruit and grateful for the foraging lessons. Together, you enjoy a bountiful harvest of wild fruits and bring back a bit to Kazam and Johan for the festival. All milestones complete. Reveal 6 guest cards from the top of the guest deck from the supply. Continue to play the remainder of the game like normal and read entry 999, which is the end of the story, when the game is complete. Aww. Yay, that's so fun. Okay, so we now get to put out 6 more guests, which I will say that I didn't plan on this happening, so I don't really know where to put the guests. Let's see what we can do here. Move these down. See if I can get everything in frame at least. Okay. And then we can just like move the resources over a little bit. Push. Okay. I think we're good. Berries are still in frame. Just barely, but I think we're good. All right, so that was lovely. I love how there's a narrative. Yeah, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. We got Chunk. We got Chunk, guys. Look at how cute he is. Oh my goodness. All right. We also have Dominic. We have Erickson. We have Professor Shade. Oh my God, he's a tree. Professor Shade. I love him so much. Oh, this is great. Cute. We have Mary and Maisel. Aw, cute. Love this. and jacks and queens. Okay. So let's see how we can maximize the amount of victory points we get. I have two more actions, and I don't really know if I can get any of these people. Maybe we try to get either Erickson or Dominic. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Dominic for sure. Erickson is going to be very difficult. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any more. Oh my God, Professor Shade has sold it for me. I love trees. They're so cute. I love Professor Shade. Oh, amazing. All right, so, we do need to make sure that we have 10 flowers at the end of the game. Thank you so much for following. I think it was C Diva. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. All right, so are we able to do this at all here? I was hoping to be able to get this Kung Pao Lotus, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Oh. One mushroom, one berry, none of those. Dang it. So I think it's kind of it's not going to happen that we are able to get another guest served. So I think my best option now is to just try to get the remaining flowers that I need, which we have 7, so I need an additional 3 flowers. Don't know how I'm going to do that. Ugh. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I want to do here. Shoot. All right. Because I need another lettuce for sure. Because I want to be able to move my jars up again. Is it really worth moving my jar up though? Because that'll go from 3 to 5. Okay. Oh, I will say that I can exchange things, I believe. Yes, I do remember that. Let's dive in. That's what I'm hoping to be able to do. I think actually the only time that you can exchange ingredients is when you are cooking a recipe. So I don't know if I can exchange things in order to do this. I will double check the rules to see if that's something that I can do, because in that case I will be able to. Okay, I want to go somewhere that's going to get me flowers and lettuce. But I don't think there's anywhere that's going to get me both of them at the same time. Okay. Oh, Francis is home. Walt is back from his school. Penny. Okay. I think my best option here is to go 2. So I'm going to take this 1 through 4. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go 1, 2 to this space here. I'm going to forage 2 flowers. 1, 2. So I now have 9 flowers. No. I'm gonna actually go 4. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4 to this spot. It is adjacent to a flower. So I'm going to forage 2 flowers like I did. And then I'm going to move, oh, I also do gain a mushroom, or a fungus, sorry. All right. And then because I only have this single one, I'm going to move 1 to this spot here. And that allows me to forage twice again. I will gain a flower. So we do have my 10 flowers now, which we're good there. Do I want to grab another flower? I think I'm just gonna grab another flower as well. And then I also gain a fungus again. All right. We got 3 fungus, we got 3 berries, we got some random things over here, and we got an additional flower that I can hopefully maybe use to move my jar. We will see. But okay, there we go. That is everything. I've done all that I need to do. I am going to take this 1 through 4. I'm going to give that up, and I am going to do, let me quickly check to make sure that I can do this specific thing. Let me go to the rule book. Forage, cook. Can't seem to find, you can use substitutions when cooking, I'm pretty sure. Note, cooking and serving are resolved similarly. The key difference is that cooking allows for substitutions if you don't have the right ingredients. Okay. So I don't think it is possible for me to exchange in any other circumstance aside from cooking. I'm pretty positive on that one. All right. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it is only for when you are cooking, you can exchange ingredients to get a specific ingredient. So if I was cooking in this instance and I needed, for example, 1 leaf, I could exchange 3 mushrooms in order to get a leaf in order to cook one of the recipes. But unfortunately, you cannot just exchange to get things, to do other things, such as serving and stuff like that. I could be wrong. This would be a really nice thing to have in order to gain a lettuce, or not a lettuce, a leaf. But I don't think I can do it, so I'm not going to do it. So unfortunately, I cannot do number 3. But I can do number 4. So I'm going to do number 4. That's going to give me 2 victory points. 1, 2. And I believe that's everything. I did the location bonus. We're good. All right. So let's do the finishing part of this scenario. I have to read the last bit of it now that we're finished. The end. Okay. Oh. Sir? What happened there? Oh my goodness. He peed. I'll clean it up when I'm finished. It kind of just looks like he peed without knowing it. Somehow. I don't know. Okay. So, the end. You arrive at the flower festival with Rosa and Pip, taking in the enchanting sights and scents. Everywhere you look, there are vibrant colors and beautiful blooms as far as the eye could see. In the center of the festival, you see that Kazem and Johan have set up a bountiful spread of delicious treats from their farm. You also notice a line of kids waiting for Hank to give them a ride on Bandit. Oh, that's so cute. You're delightful to see the community coming together to celebrate and share their love for nature's beauty. As you approach the center, Kazam and Johan welcome you all warmly to show you some of their delicious offerings. You can't resist trying a taste of everything, and each bite is bursting with flavor and freshness. As you eat, you notice Pip following one of your lessons as he politely asks for each of the separate offerings. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. As the day goes on, you share your knowledge of wildflowers you've gathered, showing off their vibrant blooms. Of course, you bring some of your favorite recipes as well, inspiring others to try their hand at making unique foraged dishes. As the sun sets, you end your trip joining hands with the other attendees to dance around a bonfire, celebrating the magic of the natural world and the unity of their community. It was a truly special day, one that will stay with you for a long time to come. Congratulations, you have achieved all of the goals that you have won this scenario. Or if you have, sorry. Congratulations. If you have achieved all of the goals, then you have won this scenario. Try the next one to learn more about the wonderful world of wild gardens. If you didn't succeed at all of the goals, that's okay. Try again next time. Or move on to another scenario. You're welcome to try each of them at your own pace. No matter what path you choose, we hope you have a wonderful time exploring. Oh my goodness, this is the cutest thing ever. Couple Pen, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Raven Rose. That's so nice. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. How's your Sunday going? I've just imagined a whole lovely sunny summer day in a small village, rolling hills and small farms and orchards and a lake. I know, it's so cute. And like, I love, like, the writing of this is fantastic. And just like the like visuals and like the building of like the characters and stuff, it's really, really good. So I believe we did get everything. Let me quickly check to make sure we got everything. So goals were to complete all the milestones, which we did, have at least 10 flower ingredients tokens in your supply at the end of the game, and then gain a completion achievement. So let me actually quickly, I gain 1 victory point for each 2 flowers in my supply. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the end of this game, we did successfully get standard achievement. Unfortunately, that is the lowest, but I did get 43 plus 2, so I got 45 victory points at the end of the game, which if you get 40 victory points, you gain standard achievement for this scenario. If I got 65, I would have gotten epic achievement, and then if you can get up to 95, that's legendary achievement. I have no idea how anyone would get to 95, but that would be freaking impressive, let me just tell you. But wow, that was quite the experience. I really, really enjoyed that. I had not really a lot of information going into what the solo kind of scenario was going to bring, because obviously I wanted everything to be a surprise. So that was really awesome. Huge thank you to Rose Gauntlet Entertainment for sponsoring today's live stream. Really, really appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy this, definitely go and check out Wild Gardens over on BackerKit. Genuinely, this is like one of these games that I have really, really enjoyed covering. I only accept games that I cover. Like I get some emails of some different games, but the ones that I accept are ones that I genuinely are really, really excited about. And this is definitely one of those. And wow, I really enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for joining me for today's stream. Let's dive in. Thank you so much. Thanks for the game, Jenna. Glad I was able to catch it today. Was so happy to have you here. Let's dive in. Hopefully you're doing well. Iris, thank you so much for joining. It was so much fun, guys. I'm happy I at least got some sort of victory here. We technically beat the game, not in the best way, but we beat it. Aw, Steph, hello. Hi, Jenna. Jumping in near the end to say hello. Just got back from GriffCon. Oh, that's awesome. Sad you couldn't make it, but see you next weekend. Excited to catch up on the stream later. Yes, Steph, I will definitely be there next weekend. Hopefully you had a fun time at GriffCon. I was so sad that I didn't realize it was so soon. I definitely would have joined if I didn't already have this live stream today, as well as Tom and Asha over yesterday. But I'm so happy that you were able to make it. Hopefully, I believe you hung out with, I'm assuming you hung out with Kat. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Excuse me. Lovely stream for a Sunday afternoon. Thanks, Jenna. Vicky, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Have a good Sunday all. Yes, Emma, have a good Sunday. Everyone else, have a good Sunday. Thanks for the stream, Jenna. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Belle, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. It was a good one. Let me see who I can raid now. Let's see if there's anybody streaming. Yes, Kat, her other half, and oh, Thorgman, nice. That makes me so happy. Thorgman just recently joined the Discord, and they are also from the same area as us, so that is pretty freaking awesome. All right, let's go. Who would you guys like me to raid? We could raid Panda Angel. She is wonderful. Luza Palooza, they are streaming as well. And Opcost Games is also streaming. He is playing Warp's Edge. Ooh, I say we go and we raid Opcost Games, because I don't think I've raided him in a bit. And Warp's Edge is actually a game that I've been meaning to try solo. So let's go and raid Opcost Games. He is a wonderful guy. Let's not listen to my own stream. /raid Opcost Games. There we go. The raid has begun. Again, thank you guys so much for joining today. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing how Wild Gardens plays. Again, thank you so much to Rose Gauntlet Entertainment for sponsoring today's stream. Go and check out Wild Gardens over on BackerKit. I believe there is only 3 days left to back Wild Gardens, so if this is something that you watched today and you enjoyed, definitely go and check it out. I'm going to try to get this video uploaded onto my YouTube channel as soon as possible, just so if you are watching this on YouTube, you still have some time. As of right now, today is the 16th, so it is done April 16th, 3 days from now. If you're watching this in time, go check it out. But yeah, thank you all so much. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Appreciate you all. And I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, friends.